probably.
Xanadu.
All right, I have hit the buttons.
Are you
Doing it
okay?
live.
Hitting them switches.
Getting
On this
down.
episode of the Red Eye Report, we talk about bloodless conflicts. Actually, we talk about one where bloodshed was. We're gonna talk about one honorable mention where blood was shed, and the guy's name was too funny, so I just had to put it in there.
Nah.
We listen to more bullshit about Ashtray's life, and we smoke a lot of bit of weed. With us this week, as always, is the soot covered Ashtray. Ashtray's life is conflict and nothing but. And that tart runs toward it full speed, naked on streams, and then he has to tell us about it. So you go ahead and ride that dragon, buddy.
Can't be helped.
Ride that dragon. Yep. Then there's Oracle. His conflict is with dirty diapers. The potato has declared war, and it is stinky. How do you like fatherhood, buddy?
Oh yeah, it's stinky and wet.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just wait.
Those blowouts are fun. And then there's Mystic. I think his ongoing conflict with toilets after eating Indian and Thai food is well documented. So we're just gonna move on to me. I'm Teddy. I'm tired. So let's get this shit over with. And this is the Red Eye Report.
And on his phone.
That's asking for trouble. Indian and Thai food like simultaneously.
Yeah, in your baby. It's terrible.
Just loading
Did
up.
a bang bang.
Load up the cannon.
What happened? Did Skype cancel my video? This is bullshit.
Yeah, Skype's fucking up. It still won't let me in on my PC, bro. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I can see.
We're gonna start every show like we always do with our what's this thing called?
Pause for the cause.
What's this thing called that we make ourselves still do?
I can't remember. The Dane County Humane Society.
Yep.
What's this week's animal, Oracle?
Xanadu, the pink fairy armadillo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he always gets in conflicts because people are fucking with him because he's pink, but he got to show he ain't no bitch.
Right. He's got prison tats under that shell.
Oh yeah, it's hard as
fucking
fuck.
hard as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Like rock pile.
Cleans it with motor oil. Brake cleaner.
All right. So a lot of these things are called wars. They're just really conflicts that escalated to the point where some military were called. But there's no bloodshed. We're gonna start off first with the
escalated to the point of no blood.
Yeah.
So just they smacked each other with some gloves.
Well, yeah, okay, whatever. We'll get to it though. So here we go. 335 years war. This is between the Netherlands and Sicily. This war came about because of the English Civil War, which was in 1642 to 1651. And that Civil War, it was Oliver Cromwell leading the parliamentarians against the royalists. The Dutch were helping the parliamentarians out because the English had helped them out in the past with some things with Spain and such. And because they thought the parliamentarians would win, the Dutch started backing them. It turns out the parliamentarians they backed the right ship. The parliamentarians actually did end up winning, and they pushed the last of the royalist navy to some islands off the coast of England called Scilly.
I thought you said Sicily before, and I was like, that doesn't make sense.
Scilly.
Oh.
So
wherever that is.
Scilly by the sea.
It's islands off the coast of England.
Right.
35 years. Jesus.
Thanks, Eddie.
Yeah, 335 years. Well, I said that before. That's why I said, like, okay, whatever. Fuck you guys. So you get with the Royalist Navy kind of stuck there, being forced over there. The Dutch, who would help the English, their navy incurred great losses. So you had this Lieutenant Admiral Tromp who decided to go over to the Scilly Islands and try to get something from the Royalists. He did this on March 30th of 1651. He gets there and he's like, "Hey, I want some shit for y'all fucking up our ships and everything else."
Pay up, bitch.
It really pretty much pay up. And they were like, "No, go fuck yourself." He did this in March.
Typical Red Eye Report response.
He did this in March of 1651. In June, the Royalists surrendered. So they were similar to the parliamentarians. So they really had no reason to fucking to do what this guy wanted. So because of that, him not getting any satisfaction from his ship, he decided to declare war on Scilly. but shortly after he declared war, he was told to leave. Him and his Dutch neighbor were told to leave. So from 1651 to 1986, no peace treaty was signed. In 1986, a guy named Roy Duncan, he was a historian and chairman of the Scilly Council.
I was like, oh, we forgot about this.
Yeah, it had become kind of a like a folklore legend on the Isles of Scilly, because he declared war and then he fucking left. So nobody thought he was, nobody.
So then
thought
there was
he
no one to actually antagonize.
So he fucking left. So he ended up checking with the Dutch embassy in London, and they found out that they never really signed a peace treaty. So on April 17th of 1986, he invited the Dutch ambassador over, and they signed a peace treaty. There is some speculation that this guy, it was written by some guy named Whitlock, who was the seal holder, the national seal holder of England at the time, who said he witnessed him declaring war on Scilly. But there's some people who dispute it, because one, why would you declare war and then immediately take off? And also,
was this PR stunt back in the day?
Pretty much, and also because they had planned on surrendering to the parliamentarians anyway. They were like, why would this guy do this? And also, he declared war, but he had nobody to declare war. Was he declaring war with his ships on them? But he couldn't declare war for England, for England for parliamentarians on Scilly, and he couldn't declare war for the Dutch on Scilly. So there's a lot of discrepancy in whether he.
Oh, so he actually didn't represent a full country's military.
So this dude
he's just like, I declare war on these fuckers who shortchanged me at the fruit stand.
Yeah, that's some Donald Trump shit right there.
Yeah.
So and the war lasted. So the war lasted 335 years. At the signing of the peace treaty, the Dutch ambassador said that it must have been scary for you guys to think that in 335 years you can come over here and just start blasting you out for no reason.
They're probably like, nah, we didn't really give a shit.
We're good. Oh, boom. Next up, we have the Pig War.
Ooh, the Pig War. All right.
This is between the U.S. and the Brits in 1859, and it was over the San Juan Islands, not San Juan, Puerto Rico. So the San Juan Islands, which are north. You know how Oregon has that little dip in it? And
yeah.
There's a bunch of islands in there and shit. And so when the United States and Canada, when they made the border to the 49th parallel, so everything below the 49th parallel was us, everything above the 49th parallel was them. But these islands, there was some discrepancy in this, and so there were two maps at the time. One by a guy named Vancouver, another by a guy named Wilkes. Vancouver's map showed Canada getting it, and Wilkes' map showed us getting it. So Americans started moving there, Brits started moving there. They were staying on the island, they were kind of amicable. They got along, sort of. The Brits did think that the Americans were kind of squatters on their shit because it was still up for dispute who had it. It all kind of came to a head when Lyman Cutler he shot a pig that was kept getting over and eating his potatoes. This pig belonged to a guy named Charles Griffin, who was an Irishman who worked for the British. Argument ensued. One of the funniest things about the argument, apparently, Cutler yelled. Griffin asked him, "Why'd you shoot my pig?" Cutler says, "Hey,
why you shoot my pig?
Because he was eating my potatoes."
Fuck my wife, that pig.
yeah, that's what it is. Cutler said, he's eating my potatoes. Griffin says, "It's your job to keep your potatoes out of my pig, not my job to keep my pig out of your potatoes." So Cutler offered Griffin $10 for the pig, which at that time in 1859 was like $350.
Yeah, shit.
But Charles Griffin said that pig is worth at least $100.
Come on!
It's like $3,500.
Right, this isn't a Bentley.
So this takes place like June 15th when he shot the pig and everything else. This is how fast the shit escalates. The Brits wanted to arrest Cutler for shooting this pig. So the regiment in the region, the ninth infantry, I believe it was, they sent 66 soldiers to stop the Brits from arresting Cutler. The Brits answered by bringing 3 warships. And then by August, this, like I said, this started in June 15th. By August 30th, the Americans had upped it to 641 men and 14 cannons, and the Brits had upped to 5 Navy ships with 70 guns and 2,140 men.
Damn.
And so, and it really came to a head when the governor of Vancouver, he ordered the captain of the 5 ships, Captain Hornsby, to attack the Americans because they were outgunned and outnumbered. He was like, "Go ahead and fuck these guys up."
Shoot those hillbillies.
Hornsby refused because he wanted to wait for the rear admiral Baines, who was the head of the Navy at the time. When Baines finally got there, he was like, "I'm not gonna go to war with these motherfuckers over."
Baines was like, "What the fuck are you guys thinking?"
Yeah.
It's like when the boss finally gets back, and it's like, "That's a terrible idea."
Right? Are you fucking retarded?
Yeah.
So the funny thing about this is, this went on for a month, a little over a month. The way they escalated, bringing all the troops and ships in. Washington nor London knew about any of it. They didn't know about any of it. And had they started fighting, this would have been the third conflict in 100 years between our countries. Yeah. So when they both found out about it, they're like, "Whoa, what the fuck?"
Yeah, hold on. Man, just because some pig fucked some other man's wife doesn't mean we need to go to war.
So they backpedal. They decide to take the issue to court, but they do decide to keep a military presence of about 100 guys on the island. They have a convention, and the United States wins it. We get the island. God damn, my computer keeps blacking out. It won't let me go. But the United States wins it, and in 1872, the Brits pull out their soldiers, and in 1874, we pull out ours. But they almost came to war over a fucking pig. The goddamn pig.
Goddamn philandering.
Well,
pig.
the Americans got their war shortly after that when they started the Civil War.
Yeah,
got
right.
that out of their system.
Yeah, right. Let's fight each other.
This next one is going to be it's the conflict that took place in America between the Iowa Territory and the state of Missouri in 1839, known as the Honey War. When the territories were drawn out and they were becoming states and everything else, there's a line. This guy surveyor named Sullivan went out and drew a line that said this is where Iowa starts and this is where Missouri stops. Shit. Missouri claimed that their claim to go.
Who are you to tell us where we stop? So
Missouri claimed that the line was southern line was wrong, and that it goes up fucking like 9.5 miles into Iowa across the whole bottom of the state. Iowa said that no, Missouri was wrong, and that line was wrong, and that their claim goes down 15 miles past that line across the whole state. So while they're arguing this, and they want Congress to kind of settle it, Missouri was like, "Fuck this!" They decided to start sending tax collectors into the Iowa side to collect taxes. The Iowans don't take kindly to that, and they chase this motherfucker out. Missouri doesn't like that, so they say fuck this, and they send in more with the militia. with the militia, it was led by a guy named General Willott. Sorry, but because he was supposed to protect the tax collectors, because he was unwilling to shut up to shed blood over something so fucking stupid. He pretty much let the mob pretty much take the tax collectors to jail.
Fuck them.
Yeah,
I don't like paying taxes either. Fuck those assholes.
Yeah.
The reason it's called the Honey Wars because when the tax collectors got chased out, what they decided to do for payment was to cut down some beekeeping trees that they used to keep honey in for payment and take them over to Missouri. But yeah, no shots were fired, no bloodshed. It was settled in court in 1846, where Congressman said wherever that southern line is, that's where the state's in. End of story.
So the whole thing was just completely bullshit.
Yes. The next one coming up is called the Kettle War. This one is extremely stupid. Apparently there was a Dutch revolt in 1585, and it split the Netherlands. Yeah, the North Netherlands and the South Netherlands, and the South Netherlands were still loyal to Spain and shit. But what the North Netherlands did was they shut down commerce on the Scheldt. So it cut off Antwerp. It cut off Antwerp and Ghent. They couldn't be reached by trade ships, which really hurt the South. This is 1585, and this went on pretty much for 200 years until in 1784, Joseph II of the Holy Roman Emperor, he decided to declare war on the Dutch because at the time the Dutch were in the Fourth Anglo-Dutch War with England. England fought with everybody apparently. With them, so he thought because they were so far stretched that they wouldn't respond. So he sent 3 warships up the River Scheldt. And one of them was his flagship, the Le Louis. And the Dutch actually did respond with one fucking ship called the Dolphin. 3 against 1, right? It's naval combat. Only one shot was fired. It was fired by the Dutch ship, the Dolphin. And after that shot was fired, all 3 of the royal Holy Royal Emperor ships, Roman Emperor ships, surrendered to this one ship. Nobody else. The reason it's called the Kettle War is because the only casualty in that war was a tea kettle that was hit by the cannonball. Nobody knows why these motherfuckers surrendered. Because they said in order for the ship to take out.
Was it because they couldn't make any more tea? Like, oh fuck! Wow, we are English. We gotta.
They would need like a whole side of like 8 or 9 guns. You know, they would be able to fight that way, take out just one of these ships, let alone 3. So nobody really knows why they surrendered. They actually did not. And they opened up the Scheldt for a little bit, but not to commerce. France got in there, started mediating between the 2 countries, and it was led to the Treaty of Fontainebleau, which decided that the Scheldt would remain closed to shipping, but the Southern Netherlands would be compensated for this by the Northern Netherlands, and they say they paid them between $2 and $10 million.
Dang, back then?
Yeah, back then, yeah.
Jesus.
Back then, when it was easy to counterfeit.
And oh shit, undo. I need that. And last but not least, this is our honorable mention. This was the Toledo War between Michigan and Ohio, the territory of Michigan and the state of Ohio. I'm kind of curious, is this where kind of like the Michigan and the Ohio rivalry started to hate each other? And there was a strip of land at the bottom of Michigan, top of Ohio. Oh, Toledo is about 45 minutes from Michigan. This was a strip of land here. It was under dispute of who had it. It was it Michigan or Ohio's. Michigan was trying to get as much land as they can because they wanted to become a state. And to become a state, you had to have a population of 60,000. So they had these guys survey it. But they came from both sides. One group came from the Ohio side. One group came from the Michigan side. And they drew what was called the what's the name of the line?
The disputed Toledo Strip.
The Toledo Strip.
You can tell it's basically it's like they both wanted fucking Toledo.
Right.
Yeah,
that's where everybody lived at the time.
Oh, I can't remember the name of the guy who surveyed it. I think his name. Oh, Harris. Harris line. That's his name.
Harris was drunk.
Yeah, he drew out the line. But Michigan didn't agree with that line because Harris was, even though he was a surveyor, he was a former governor of Ohio. So Michigan,
biased.
like, what the fuck you got going on here, bro? You trying to hose us?
I'm the only surveyor in Ohio.
Yeah, right.
What can you do?
There's no fucking conflict of interest.
Yeah,
there,
right.
So Michigan got confused, and so to kind of get back to this, they both, Ohio and Michigan, started both making these fucking laws. So Michigan made it, for anybody living in the Toledo Strip, Michigan made it illegal for you to participate in any kind of Ohio government shit under threat of fine or threat of fucking or threat of or jail
execution.
And Ohio did similar things, but Ohio they decided to Ohio started moving into the strip and started making cities and shit and doing things. And so in one of these cities, they decided to have they drew up a kind of a constitution and everything else. They decided to have a election. And so this fucking guy, Snickety. His name is Snickety.
Snickety.
Snickety. This is why. I can't remember his first name, but his last.
That's the kind of guy you don't ever lend money to.
Yeah.
He
just send an old Snickety.
Yeah, right.
He ended
He'll
up
sell the high school candy bar fundraiser. Yeah.
Anyway, he ended up voting in the election. So the Michigan sent down some guys to arrest him and his family. During the arrest, they of course they were like, "Fuck you, we're not going." And the guy's son, the sheriff's son, to Snickety, TWO Snickety, stabbed one of the sheriffs with a penknife, and it took off into Ohio. That was the only. It was a non-lethal stabbing. That was the only blood that was shed. When you ran into Ohio, of course, Michigan wanted them extradited, and Ohio was like, "Fuck you, we're not doing it." It turns out that the way it became settled is Michigan actually seceded. They actually ceded the Toledo Strip to Ohio. But in return, we got the UP, the Upper Peninsula.
Oh.
But it was funny. It was back then that people thought it was just a fucking wilderness, only good for lumber and fur trapping. And so they're like, yeah, fuck it, you can take it. And then years later, they found out that they've got copper there, they've got iron there, and some other stuff. And so it actually became Michigan. Michigan lost 1,100 square miles of whatever it was. But they got or kilometers, but we got like 9,000 because of all the shit we had found up there. So we kind of came out on top.
You can keep Toledo.
Yeah, it's a shithole anyway. Boom. And those are some bloodless conflicts. There were some other ones, but I didn't want to go too far.
Right. They're more boring.
Most of them were not like wars. Just better than Toilets 3.
So yeah, the United States were kind of a wreck in the early 1800s. That seems to be a theme here.
Man, you know how easy it'd be to be a grifter back then?
Right.
Well, a lot of this stuff came about because the surveyors were just like the Michigan-Ohio thing. A lot of the surveyors were, even if Congress said go survey it, the surveyors they said would either argue where the line starts, whatever.
Yeah. There was no GPS to really look down and be like, motherfucker, that's where it's at.
Well, the way a lot of them did it was with rivers and lakes, because back then there was no railroad, and the river canals and lakes were like the fucking superhighways for commerce back then. So they didn't
I mean, I get that, but all states usually have one dumb fucking square border. Look at Iowa. Got 4.
4 dumb.
Colorado too.
Square borders.
Fucking square borders, man. Yeah, that's the main topic there.
Riveting.
Awesomeness. Yeah, I enjoy
riveting. That was almost as good as plumbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plumbing. Never forget.
Never forget plumbing. We might be on the 10-year anniversary of plumbing.
Oh God, no.
Maybe not that old. 8? More than 5, right?
So glad I can't see your ugly face right now. Up next is
yeah. What's up with that? Why are you censoring me?
I don't know. God did it, not me.
That's Oracle's fucking job.
Yeah.
He's holding me back.
Anyway,
I shaved for tonight's episode.
God damn it, shut up. What sexy portion of our show? Up first is Oracle with 480 super ripping it up.
Okay, so Plumbing was released on May 7th, 2016. How many years ago was that?
Wow.
Oh my God, 9 years ago.
So
well, no, it'll be 8 years ago in May.
8 years ago.
8 years ago. So look it up. Yeah, I got a 4080 Super, which is a graphics card. It's fucking gigantic. It's like the size of a PS5 in my fucking
Holy
computer.
shit.
Yeah, it's pretty huge. It's also 3 times as powerful as a PS5. Yeah, it's handling 4K shit, 4K 60. I tried out VR for the first time on it tonight, and just kind of like I didn't even mess with the settings. I was just like, oh, Oculus, because I've got a Quest 2. I was just like, all right, crank everything up as high as you could possibly go with like the resolution, and I put it on 90 hertz. Did some F1 in VR. It was actually not a train wreck, which was really nice. And did some Half-Life Alyx on the highest settings. It looks pretty fucking nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it's quiet. This is a gigabyte model. These are good cards. These super cards. So if you're in the market for a graphics card,
I forgot. What did you say it ran you?
So this one was $1,100. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I'm looking to like try to spend maybe around $3,000 for my new fucking latest like workstation. Just look, dude, that potato could use $1,100.
If you want a good graphics card, good powerful graphics card, NVIDIA. Not only does it have a lot of raw power, but they actually have really good kind of software super sampling type stuff in there. It's quite a bit better than what earlier generations were. You know, you'd have like a lot of visual compromise, and now you can really, sometimes it even enhances it. It actually looks really good. So I don't know. Solid card, solid ass card. So if you're in the market, a 4090, you can't find one of those MSRP. That's the most powerful graphics card out there. That MSRP was $1,600, but you're probably looking at more like $2,500 if you can find one of those.
Wow.
Yeah. And the 5000 series cards are coming out later this year.
How much will those go for in a year? Yeah.
Well, when the 5,000 cards, I was able. One thing that was nice though.
Is it every year they come out with new ones? Not roughly
every few years. This was a refresh or kind of like a mid refresh where they boosted it up a little bit. They actually dropped the price of the 4080. But I got this card through Newegg, and I was able to trade in my old card, so I didn't have to deal with eBay and all that scammy bullshit, which was nice.
How much did you get for your card?
I think it was like $350 I got for my last card.
Okay.
And how long were you using that last card?
About a year.
Just a year? Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, boy, you on top of it. So, by turning that in though, my thought would be, how does that work? You get the new card, and then you're able to install the new card, then you send the old card in? Because, like, otherwise you got to have intermediary card to even, like, fucking show something on your monitor.
Well,
You're like, I do.
I do. I've got onboard video on my motherboard, but also they give you like a few weeks to send the other card.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So
you don't have to actually turn the old one in first.
Yes. So I was actually able to install the new one and then send the old one out. Because when I was installing it, like I look over, we had just returned from our trip. I look over, my fucking cat is licking the graphics card.
Right, you're like, ready to hump
Jesus fucking Christ, get away from that.
Right. Smells like fucking ions.
Awesome. Way to go, Oracle, with your super powerful new fucking card.
Yeah, there we go.
Up next, we got Mystic with a Resident Alien.
So they added this show to Netflix. I don't know, a couple weeks ago, something like that. It's a sci-fi show. The channel Sci-Fi. You guys know what I'm talking about, obviously.
Yeah, the channel.
If you know anything about sci-fi shows from the past, as they were kind of hokey.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually really good. Alan Tudyk. Yeah.
He's from
fucking-
Firefly, right?
Yeah. He's funny as shit, dude. Like every character in there has a really good dynamic with one another, and they have a lot of good characters. It's a fun show. It's basically he's stuck here. He tries to fit in, but he's fucking an alien, so doesn't really get it. All he knows is what he learned from like TV, so like Law and Order and shit like that. Like,
so how do you even
That's on
watch
Netflix?
sci-fi now? Like,
Yeah, so do you watch Sci-Fi Channel, or you actually just caught this on Netflix? Like it's a sci-fi
I
series,
just
but
got
it's
it
on
on
Netflix.
Netflix.
oh,
okay.
okay.
So here I thought you were like watching the Sci-Fi Channel. It's like
No.
you saw
I'm pretty sure
Toledo?
Sci-Fi has an app like everybody else.
Yeah, I
It
think they
seems
do.
like Netflix must have gotten some deals with some of these other channels and shit, because they have like a bunch of HBO stuff on there now.
Probably.
I noticed,
Yeah,
too.
I'm sure these other companies, that's the thing, like fucking it's just gonna turn back into fucking cable.
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Everybody's
Like,
got commercials
Oh yeah,
now.
it's coming that cycle. Remember how we all bitched about
Right.
why can't we have small independent and pay just for what we want? And, it's like,
Yeah.
oh no, oh fuck. Now it's like we bitch because we have to subscribe to these multiple streaming services because we want to see all the cool shows because each one has some
shit.
good shows. Oh shit.
Castle Rat. What the fuck is this shit?
What's Castle Rat?
What?
What is
I
that?
don't know. This video came up after that.
Oh yeah, it's autopilot. Yeah, that does
Yeah.
look kind of creepy.
Oh,
But Resident Alien is on Netflix, you say, but it's a sci-fi series.
yes.
Hang on. Maybe check
The
it
first
out.
two
How many
seasons
seasons?
are Netflix.
2 seasons.
Yeah.
How
The
many
third one
seasons
is going on right now. But
Okay. Gotcha.
Cool.
Yeah, Netflix does get them like a season after season's over. Like a season, they get them late. Word. Check it out. Next up is me, Teddy. Nothing's an outline, but my what's sexy is no more Das Boot, no Mas Boot. Actually,
Oh, nice.
I got my insoles in. And I've been wearing those for the past week. My ankle has been feeling a lot better. A whole lot better. And I'm just happy I don't have to wear that boot or that fucking brace anymore. I look like a normal human being now.
Nice.
The bad part about
No
it is I have-
offense, Mystic. Jeez, Teddy. Gosh.
the worst part about it is I have to wear matching socks because before I can just grab one sock and the other like super long sock, whatever, put it on because my brace or my boot would cover it up. But now I'm like, oh, my socks gotta match.
That's why somebody stole your tablet. They're like, look at that freaking cripple guy with a boot.
Nope. I got it
Yeah.
back. I got my tablet back.
Oh,
Turned
okay.
out some good looking out for employee was like, this should be put away in the employee lockers, right?
Well, it should have been put in the office, but they put it in the fucking lockers. But I was like,
either way, because I was like, you got to have video. Some motherfucker went and ran off with your tablet. Like, somebody stole my tablet.
so yeah. No, I got my tablet back.
I'm glad you got it back, man. Because remember, we were like, there's gonna be someone
Yeah.
looking through your gallery and see all kinds of BBC. Like, Jesus.
I'm like, God damn. I'm gonna get this
Probably-
man back his tablet.
Yeah,
See if he
they'll
wants to steal
probably
my home transportation.
Bring it to your house. Hey, let's see that fucking thing in person, man.
Yeah. Do you guys have an OnlyFans account? No, I want to sign up.
Word. Next up is Ashtray with the Sennheiser HD Pro 280 monitor headphones.
Sennheiser headphones. All right. And I actually probably did. Well, I don't know, because we've been that long in the tooth. I might have done a fucking what's sexy about this that long ago. My DJ headphones, because I went through 2 to 3 pairs of like decent, like I'm willing to pay multiple hundreds of dollars for like the best fucking solid DJ headphones, and went through 2 pairs that were like design and sound were great, like they worked well, but when you're actually using them, like you're using them all the motherfucking time, and you're doing it. Okay, my video isn't on right now, but for whatever reason, Oracle, why are they censoring me?
I don't know, dude.
Anyways, like when you're taking your headphones on and off, like that's a stressor on all of the points of the headphones. And like I had a $200 pair and then a $300 pair, and both of them failed within like 2 years. And one snapped right at the very top on your crown, you know, and it's like flopped. The other one, like,
I've never had headphones strap right here. Like
So-
right on top right here?
yeah, right on the top.
How
I
much
was
did
never saying,
this
Teddy,
pair?
as a DJ, you're taking that on and off every song. That's the thing, is like you're putting a bunch of dumb extra stress on them than like normal headphone users would use.
Sure.
And sometimes like you're just
How far
bringing it
apart
up.
do you pull?
It's just that simple on and off. Think about it, Teddy. Like 1 gig, you know, like assume for every song I'm putting it on at least once or twice. On and off, on and off.
And how long did your headphones usually last you?
Well, that's the thing. Those first 2 super like high class, highly rated pairs. One was $200. The next one was $300. They lasted less than 2 years.
How much are these?
When I bought them, they were $80.
$80.
$80. Now exactly $80, but they had a good high rating, and they're basically they're not listed as DJ headphones.
Uh-huh.
They're listed as professional monitors, like the guys in the booth in the studios. Like, and so yes, they're thicker. You look at the you know pictures, they're not as sexy and slick, but finally this last gig where it's like, fuck, my left ear went out, and I've had some like wear on the padding and stuff, and I was like, all right, I googled or like looked actually on my fucking last order, 2015. I bought those in 2015, and it's like, shit. All right, so I got there's now, of course, like an upgraded, newer version, but it's one of those. It's like that was $80. The upgraded, newest version, of course, with inflation, $100.
Okay, that isn't too bad.
That many years of on off, like it's a lot of stress. If anything, I just wore out the pads around the ears and stuff. But it's just that is the nature of DJing, is that like you're putting it on just to get your next song ready, but it's kind of on and off all the time. You're just stressing it more than anything, and those expensive motherfuckers just fail. Fucking fail. So if you need a good, reliable pair, get those Sennheisers. Only $100.
Only $100. Word. Next up is our Fuck You Think section, the part of the show where we tell you to go fuck yourself and your moms. Fucking bitches.
Your moms.
Well, actually, Ashtray's gonna send a pig over there to do it, apparently. Because he's a psychopath.
What?
Us versus Oracle. With goddamn teeth.
Yeah. I got the thing where stuff is getting stuck like underneath my tooth again.
Like the back tooth?
Yeah. And it's just like, what the fuck? What changed? So now I have to use these fucking interdental brushes.
Oh, it sucks.
And I don't know what changed. Something changed.
I know what changed.
Have you bitched about this before on the podcast?
Yeah, like fucking,
Yeah.
I don't know, 3 years ago or something, 4 years ago.
You started using your fucking dentist money for fucking those
now,
cards.
Yeah, I stopped going to the dentist. I bought a graphics card instead. It's lame. It's just like, hey, everything was going great, and now it's not. What the fuck? God
Getting
damn
old.
it.
Do you have one of those water picks?
Yes. So
Do you use it?
I take that water pick and I just put it on there and I just put it on full blast and fucking hold it there.
Do it.
Hey. But
I should get mine back out. It's one of those things, like it works when you have the problems, but at the same time, like, it's kind of messy. It takes some time.
Right.
But when you need to actually blast shit out of those weird crevices, when I had my wisdom teeth problem,
yeah,
I can swear by it.
Yeah. It's fucking
It's a power washer for your mouth.
That just sounds sexy. You really got to check it out now. Up next is Mystic with the Trump effect.
I just hate how Trump is not only a piece of shit, but he's like affecting parts of life that I just don't feel that he should be affecting.
Hey man, 4 more years.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like
Surprise,
it's just like
surprise.
you see Trump stickers. I just
It's coming back, and actually, that's what I was talking with my coworkers. I'm like, because like, why everybody being so fucking pushy, or it's like customers being like, oh yeah, when can you get that done? Because I need it tomorrow. It's like, you could have told us last week when you were getting the order started, like you needed it by this time, motherfucker. Jesus. And it's like, I think it's Trumpism creeping back in, you know? Like people just like, why can't you do it my way? God, fuck off.
then they probably don't even pay their bill.
Most likely not. Yeah, then you got to hound them for 3 months till they finally pay you because you're the squeaky wheel.
Yeah, and they're just like, Jesus, get off my
Yeah,
back.
God. I swore I sent it.
All right,
Trump
that's
effect.
it. Fuck
Yeah,
Trump.
effect. Fuck it. All right, up next is me.
Yeah.
My fucking think is my insoles. they are great. They take away from the ankle pain. My ankle kind of sits like this, I'm flat-footed like a motherfucker. So it's such a high arch, and the way it's sitting, my foot has to become relaxed and get used to walking over. So after a while, I won't feel it. I've had it for a week, and it feels like I'm walking on a pair of. I'm like where my arch is. I feel like it's a big fucking fist right there that I'm walking on that I got to get used to.
Damn.
Like the ankle pain, it's crazy. Like I'm getting more used to it now. The ankle pain is just not there as much anymore. Where the ankle is, but the bottom of my foot, after a few hours on my things, like the bottom of my foot, what hurts instead of my ankle. And I'm like, it just is like, yeah, you like that, don't you? I'm like, God damn, the bottom of my foot has been fisted right now. It's not pleasant.
That sounds terrible.
How long ago did the flat arches thing start bothering you?
Started bothering me a few years ago. I got the strap. I got the went to the foot doctor. Got the brace. But the brace started, they wear out and stuff, wasn't holding. And if the tendon that's being stressed does tear, I had to get surgery. And he said it's gonna be about the way the surgery is on the foot is gonna be about a 6-month recovery time, which I don't want to do.
Do they have you do stretches where you have to stand on like a kind of a ledge with the front of your feet and stretch your calves out and stuff?
Stretch on my calves, yes. Apparently, one of the problems is my calf is pulling too tightly on my Achilles and other tendons in my foot, so I do have to stretch out my calf. And that does help out. That stretch helps out a lot, yes. But
Oracle or Mystic, you have flat arches at all?
No.
Because I had this, but it was middle school. But like kind of it was like the same thing I had to go through where I had to do all those stretches and stuff. I still have to wear insoles, but yeah, like your feet do get used to it and it fixes it. Because I had that same thing. My ankles just like ached.
Yeah. Yeah, the first time I took them out after like 2 hours to put the strap back on. And then I was like, I can't, like, what the fuck? And I kind of got used to it. So it's been a week, and I've been able to wear them a full day at work. The bottom of my foot still fucking hurts, but I mean, yeah, it's just been, yeah. When I take my shoes off, my feet feel fucking fantastic and great. And then I've got that foot massage my wife got me, so I can always use that. But yeah,
Nice.
But the doctor said it'll take 2 to 3 weeks for my feet to be, being used to them. He said that after that you'll be gravy. So
Yeah, that's not too long.
Yeah, it is to be Ashtray.
Well, yeah, also because like I was in fucking like middle school. I probably adapted real quick. You're an old man.
Yeah, I'm an old man. My feet are stubborn.
Gray in your beard.
My feet are stubborn, and they've been forced to like fight against his ankle for a long time, and I was got to give in to the Anyway, up next is Ashtray. One of them lost years.
One of them lost years. Oh, financial wise, where also realized that some of these things, like I was bitching about my goddamn computer system that I also bought in 2015, like those fucking headphones. It's like, well, here's a quality investment, and now I'm bitching because I got to actually replace it, but I got 9 years out of it. And paying off some credit card debt. It's like, yep. It's one of those years where it's just like, I'm going to be spending more money and taking it out of that savings account because I was building it up by not having to make these big dumb purchases. So I just recognize that like I'm bitching and complaining that I have to get this new workstation problem solved. But it's been 9 years, Craig. Get over with it.
Right.
So also, then I'm just gonna have to be like, Craig, look at all the tax write-offs you're gonna have in 2025.
Look at your big ball. Shot.
Yeah, right. Mr. Government, please help me. Look at all this money I had to spend and pull out of my savings account. Because I was actually like, I bought good shit that lasted me this long, and I was able to keep squirreling away money in savings. So there you go.
Let it go. All right. Go fuck yourself. First world problems. In all seriousness, that's our show. Go fuck yourself, Toledo. We're going to be here every Thursday night, 10 p.m. Central. Make sure you join the conversation at theredditerreport.com or facebook.com/theredditreport. You can't twiddle us because we don't dwiddle. Plus, we got kicked off because of Mystic's fucking big ass mouth.
Yeah. Shouldn't have talked about fucking Elon's daughter like that.
Yeah. God damn it. Like and share, so fuck us. We're down for whatever. I'm Teddy.
I'm Oracle.
This is the Ashtray.
And I missed it.
I thought you fell asleep for a minute there. And this is the Red Eye Report.
He was still bitter about you making fun of having a boot on.